everyone, this is how to make a really good cheese and ham sandwich. So the first thing you want to do is put a little bit of butter in your skillet. And don't, I can't emphasize this enough, don't go too high on the heat. I go a little bit between low and medium. Because if you go too high, this stuff's it's just not going to work right. So I'm a little bit below the middle. And you just want to get your butter good and melted on there. Got some ham, it's obviously already cooked. But to make this extra good, what I like to do is just kind of fry the ham up a little bit. And we're not, this is the real deal here. We're doing a lot of ham. This is going to be a very satisfying ham and cheese sandwich. So I'm just going to let this thing get going here. And again, this ham obviously is already cooked, but this just makes it, you you try this out and see for yourself. Makes a difference. It's kind of like, a lot of people like pizza cold, and some people don't. Some people would rather put the leftover pizza in the microwave because it makes it so much better. Well, this is kind of the same type deal, except dealing with a ham and cheese sandwich. But yeah, again, this is already cooked. I'm not cooking the ham. I just want to give it a good little char on the outside, I guess you would say. And then, this won't take long at all. We're just going to do it right. If you're looking for good cookware, you can expand this video's description and then click the link there. I've been very impressed with this cookware that I'm using. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit of get some action going here with this. And again, healthy is a term that's very subjective, and this may seem a little bit overkill, but really when you think about it, the other food options that are out there, especially when you're dealing with fast food, it's insane how horrible some of that stuff is for you. And I'm not saying this is the healthiest stuff in the world, but it's I know what's going in it, and I know who's cooking it. So there's a lot of value in those two things. So yeah, we're just going to get this just a little bit fried up here. Let's see. Hear that ham fat starting to do its magic. Now, if I really wanted to make this even more awesome, I could throw in some bacon, but I'm currently out of bacon. I think this will be perfectly acceptable. Oh man, look at that. Getting excited already. And the good thing about putting this much meat on there is that, one sandwich is probably enough for most people. I eat a lot, and that's probably because I'm very active. I go to the gym and do a lot of exercise, so. Oh man, it smells great. And again, the ham's already cooked, so I'm not trying to cook it. I'm just trying to make it extra awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm looking for. See that right there? It's got that slight char to it. It's just that texture and even more awesome flavor that this creates. It's the difference between it was an okay ham and cheese sandwich versus man, that was really good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is temporarily take this glorious heap of ham off, and we're going to put a little bit more butter in there. And we are going to insert one piece of bread. I opted for white bread. You may prefer wheat. Let's get our mountain of ham on here. Not letting any of it escape. No, do not want to go away. I'm going to eat you. There we go. Got that there. And that there. Now, that looks fine and okay. We got to add the cheese. Got to add the cheese here. And we can't take too long with this because we don't want to burn our bread. So we're going to add the cheese quickly. I recommend having your cheese pre-sliced. I'm just using a sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm using a less unhealthy mayonnaise that's olive oil based. Again, the term healthy is very subjective. There's some mayonnaise. And now, I'm going to put this on here. Oh man, look at that. We're going to reduce the heat just a little bit here. So I don't want to get this bread, I want the cheese and everything inside to start to melt. And what's so good about this is that this cheese will just kind of melt through the, start to melt through the bread a little bit. And it creates, I cannot, unless you've had one of these, I cannot properly explain or properly describe the flavor profile. But it's just really amazing. And again, there's an art to this because you got to have that cheese on the inside melt. It's got to melt, but you don't want to burn your bread. Because see, this is a good, very toasty type texture to it, but it's very easy if you're not careful to overdo it. So what I often do, I flip a lot, and then what I may do is just add just a little bit more butter here. Just a little bit more, and because I really want to penetrate everything with flavor. Whoa, falling apart. Whoa, piece of ham escaped. Get back on there. There we go. It's back. So now I'm just kind of, I want to keep this thing assembled. But my objective now is for that cheese to melt. Because if you don't have melted cheese on it, you haven't accomplished the mission. And that was why I pre-fried the ham, because that's the step. Obviously you can't fry ham if it's inside of bread, but the cheese will melt inside of bread. And see, I'm flipping frequently here because I don't want to I'm getting a little bit borderline on this side. I mean, I wouldn't want to toast this anymore. Again, that's personal preference, but I want to continue to flip it frequently enough to where I don't get it too charred, but I still melt the cheese inside. Oh man, this is starting to look really good. And again, very huge sandwich. So, for most people, this is probably all that they would want to eat. I mean, I'll probably eat some low-fat baked potato chips with it, but I mean, this thing right here is This is a beast. Oh, that cheese is almost, oh man. Oh yeah. The cheese is good and melted now almost. Reduce this heat just a little bit more. Again, you don't want to char it because there's few things less satisfying than a piece of bread that is too charred and destroys an otherwise awesome eating experience. But I think this is going to be on point. It is. Oh yeah. Oh man, that looks good. That looks amazing. It smells good. Just one more flip here for good measure. Oh man. Oh, we're going to take this sucker up. Oh yeah. Oh, it's going to be good. And say hello to the finished product. Look at that. I mean, that is beautiful. And what you may want to do, and usually what I'll do, and again, don't put it on a hot stove top, but what I'll do is wait just a minute or so, and I think it's, well, I'm going to wait another minute, and then what I'm going to do is cut it in the middle, because there's something psychological about serving a sandwich that's cut in half that just seems more rewarding when you eat it. So actually, I think it's firmed up enough now. I'm going to cut it in half here. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Man, that looks good. Get a little flyby here. Mmm. So that is how I make a ham and cheese sandwich. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. Thanks again for your viewership. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. If you're looking for IrixGuy's Adventure Channel merch, like this t-shirt and a lot of other cool stuff, expand this video's description. You can find it all there. Y'all have a good day.